to my page. Jeez, we're live.
We're
We're
live.
live. That was super fast, wasn't it? And we're recording. Hello,
Doing it all.
everyone everyone in the Netherlands.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hang on. Let me make sure that I'm turned off in the background. So we're doing a little Facebook Live this afternoon in South Carolina and evening in the Netherlands. And it was Judith's idea.
Yay. Yay for Judith.
Yay. And
Oral play for Judith.
Woohoo!
Woo!
How come your fingers? How come it's always oral play about you, Anthony?
It's my thing. It's my go-to, you know?
When you're stressed, is it?
Especially if I don't think I'm like doing well in the other area, I have to make up for it in the other area. So I just make sure I deliver one way or another. So.
Oh my God, I just love
I'm all
our
about
conversation.
delivering. Just think of me as the delivery boy.
That's the deal and deliver we're talking about.
Exactly.
So Anita's like, what are they doing?
No, it's just the same as always. So it's fine. Just keep on going, keep on moving. And what I wanted to ask you, Anthony, like you said, like, you know, if I do short in one area, I have to make up with the other. But what's that all about?
I didn't mean like short. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
again.
That, you know, sometimes, you know, you're not always on
Yeah.
your game necessarily. You know what I mean? And if you're not on your game, you're like, all right, well, you know what? There's other things that I can do where, you know, I could
True.
take care of business. You know what I mean? So I just make sure I deliver in that way before I think about myself. You know what I mean?
Got it.
All I can hear in my head is one way or another.
He's
Yeah.
gonna get you. Yeah.
That's right.
I'm going to
Yeah.
get you one. So we came together to have a little conversation about, I don't even know where to start with this topic because my body was so in shit before I came to Access. So we're Anthony's been a 3-day body facilitator 5 years, 6 years, 5 years now? Must be.
I don't know, 4 years maybe?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah. Well,
4.5 years.
it's been a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a while. And for me, it's actually only a year today.
Wow, happy anniversary.
Woo.
Whoop, whoop.
Oral play for Rachel.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay! So this sends me off in so many directions.
Who's underneath that desk right there? Who's underneath? Someone's head's gonna pop up. I know it.
Oh, down boy, good work. Keep going. It's Anthony's fault. Forget about blame.
Yeah.
Forget about that. So I suppose myself and Anthony know each other. We met, I think it was 2013 or 2014 in Ireland at a level 2 and 3. And instantly we had, I would say, like this just a gra, we say in Ireland, like we
Yeah.
talk about, yeah.
We were just pals. It's like there was no introduction was necessary. It was like, oh, cool. It's like, yeah, all right, I gotcha. And then you were giving me pineapple throughout the weekend.
Just Google pineapple and the effects it has on the body, and you know what we're.
I give a man pineapple.
I was keeping you sweet.
Yes, you were. Yeah. That's a good one.
So usually when we hang out, we get super giddy like 2 5-year-olds and just begin to play, which actually our point of view is that's the way life actually should be.
Mm.
And so we're both coming to the Netherlands for a 3-day body class, and we have a very different point of view about creation, about bodies. And I'm going to say you guys go ask questions or take the conversation away. What would you like to know? What would you like to know about the 3-day body class? What would you like to know that is a possibility? Because most bodies on our planet don't have ease. I think that's it.
No, yeah, nor, and as Anita and I were talking about it the other day, nor are we really taught how to have ease
No.
and communion with your body. I mean, you would think that physical education, right, in the school system would be about teaching you how to be aware with your body and have communion with your body, but it's more about how good in sports you can play. And luckily for me, it was about the only thing I was good at when I was going through school. Everything else I was terrible. So, but what about the kids who aren't, like, let's say, coordinated, and then automatically it's like they'll dismiss and cut themselves off from doing anything with regards to their body, because their point of view is like, well, why should I do anything with my body because I suck at using it or doing things with it, right? Because that's what they were taught throughout physical education. I used to work in a cardiac rehabilitation center, and I'll never forget this older gentleman came up to me. He's like, I never thought about moving my body or exercising because I always sucked at sports. And I'm like,
Wow.
it's a shame. It shouldn't be about that. That's not what it should be about. I mean, physical education should just be about having communion with your body, talking with your body. And I don't know why I'm getting on the school rant here, but this is what it's about. It's like by the end of the 3 days, you'll know how to talk with your body and discover what your body desires and requires.
And even when we wake up in the morning, how many of us ask for our bodies to contribute to us? Like, how many of us, for me, I genuinely had to practice this and develop this communion with my body. Like even asking my body, hey, my body requires nice sheets. My body requires a lovely car or, soft jerseys. And my being doesn't require money, but how often do we ask our body to contribute to what it would like to have as our lives? It's like we're not told that. Like your body got you out of bed. Your body is always here for you. It's your best friend. It's always caring for you. And yet the only, I want to say, reference point to it is maybe how it can do at sports or, it's such a limited.
And I'm glad you said that too, because that's like one of the things that's sort of like exponentialized, like 10 times greater for me is how sensitive my body has always been, but then even more so, the more access consciousness I've done, because you start to become so aware about how everything contributes to you, right? And it's like, and you start to have this demand in your world about what you wear, what you drive, what you want to eat, who you want to sleep with, all the way down from like what cup you want to drink your coffee out of, or wine glasses and whatever. And I'm like, man, I'm becoming more of a snob. but we realize how much all these little things actually contribute to our bodies. So thank you for bringing that up, because that's been such a huge gift for me.
Totally. And I mean, when I look at myself before that I was introduced to the body work, I have to say I was living from here. And it was like dragging my body through, like, I'm Irish Catholic. I was raised that life is difficult, life is hard, your body is a burden. I certainly wasn't raised to know that life could be, this level of ease, peace, that I now have with myself. And one of the big things, and I'd love to know what massively changed for you guys, is that I believed all the torment and the drama and the upset that I grew up with was actually inside of me. And one of the big things that changed for me, the first time I had MTVSS run, I started to recognize that the torment was outside of me and I had bought it as mine. And we can very easily forget the natural peace, state of peace that our bodies be when we're trying to overcome things that we decide are our problems, are things that we decide that we have to stop and change. So a lot of us that are super sensitive, we have the point of view that we have to stop and change something instead of just be the gift of something greater by the creationship we have with our own bodies.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, which is up for you ladies.
Yeah, you know what you just said, like thinking or living from the head. This head, by the way, yeah, was like, that was so compressed, and it was so hard, and it was so, difficult. And what I noticed with the body classes, the 3-day body class, and all the 1-day body process classes as well, was like the sense of receiving, and also like every time, every class, because I've did like 11 3-day body classes. I'm sorry, I'm kind of hooked. My
You're a
body
3-day
loves it.
slut.
Sorry?
3-day body slut.
Yeah. You what? You want to go that way? No. Okay.
That's
I am.
awesome.
I admit. Yeah. And it's like every time it's different. Every day it's different. The level of receiving is just increasing, it's just expanding. And there once was this man who said, well, maybe, you should work on your receiving. He's not here, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think so.
Who's that?
Didn't think. No, who
Who's
was
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my, like, and it's like I notice with every day, every class, it just expands. And with that, my head becomes ease.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then, the other thing, Judith, you go.
Yeah, my first body class was with 3-day body class was with Anthony 2 years ago.
Oh,
Exactly 2 years ago. Last week, I think. It was 14 February. And my world was so small. And I had to, the distractor implants, I had to pot and poke them all the time when I was driving to Schorl. And after, my world, endless possibilities. Endless possibilities after that body class. And then the second one was last year with Rachel and Yasudara. And also so grateful for my buddy at the 3 days. And what happened over there in those 3 days, but also after. And can you say a bit more about the energy during the 3 days?
Sure.
Well, what do you want to know? I mean, it's undefinable, number one, but all sorts of things show up in a 3-day body class. Like Anita was saying, it's never the same. Even with the same facilitator, it's never the same. And then sometimes morning to afternoon in day 1 is not the same. And then the next day, day 2, morning. I mean, it's amazing. So the energies are always changing and they're always moving, but anything can show up from something as simple as like just total relaxation, right? To like also sometimes you feel like you want to kill somebody because all your potencies are actually starting to rise up, and you start to realize that you haven't really been acknowledging the gift that you are. So, but for someone who's new, they think they're getting mad. Like, why am I getting so mad? Like, I want to kill somebody. Rah, rah. And I'm like, no, that's cool. I'm like, and I think you were at that. No, it was the class before I did in Netherlands. That happened with someone, and I'm like, no, I'm like, this is the power and the potency that you've been wanting to acknowledge within you, that you've been suppressing for God knows how long. Just expand out into it. And so there's that. And there's also, like, I know for me, my very first 3-day body class, the areas of my life where I was fucking insane seemed to sort of like really reveal themselves in a 3-day body class, and some of it was funny and some of it was uncomfortable. And the parts that were funny was sort of like where I would allow love and romance to sort of like consume my life and my reality. So God forbid I got somebody that was my partner that was, just a woman, no matter who it was. I was like in love by the end of the weekend. And I'm like, wait, how's this possible? I'm like, why do I have these feelings of being in love? This is so insane. But I'm like, oh, this is the same thing that comes up like when I meet somebody and I get all these lovey-dovey things going on. And then it's like, I can't see anything else but that. it's great. I'm like, oh, so now I have an opportunity to finally change where I give myself up for this utopian ideal of love and romance. So one of the things that 3D body class does bring up for you is those areas where you're a little bit cuckoo cuckoo. Yeah, exactly. So those were kind of more fun and comical. But then there were the other ones where it was like, ooh. And then there was other ones where the classes were like completely orgasmic too. So it ranges from all sorts of different energies, you know?
And what I love about the space is that, the facilitator is there to support you and contribute you. And you don't have to isolate and of course you take your space, but you don't have to withdraw and hide and go into shame. Because what I see people is, we say shame is a distractor implant in access, and it's a lie. And it's a very easy word to use. Oh, it's a distractor implant, shame is a lie. But actually, when shame comes up as an energy and people want to withdraw or isolate because they've something that they've decided is wrong and bad and judgeable about themselves, and to have someone there who is with their body, whether it's going through something that they experienced as a child or even in another lifetime. Someone recently in a class thought they were drowning underwater and it was another lifetime experience, so that the person remains there with their hands on their body. They don't leave, because most people haven't had someone who has a capacity to be present with them no matter what comes up for them. So what I see is, with your partner, you see two people that come together, whether they like each other or not at the start is it can depend, but at the end of the 3 days, they've built this trust where they've been there for each other, like through moments where they wanted to get off the table, or moments where they were uncomfortable and they didn't want to discuss something that their body was like, no, I'm not walking around with this lie anymore. I am done with believing I'm a piece of crap. I really want to get to that I'm a gift and I'm a different possibility, and I'm looking for something different in my world and their world. And so you see, for me sitting back, this is actually like one of my parts that I go like, oh my goodness me, I haven't seen anything with this level of peaceful transformation, because I did other work that was not fun on the body, then hard healing. And this level of peace where someone can move through something in seconds, like boom, when the space of peace and ease and receiving and relaxation. And I suppose for me, I didn't realize the amount of compression and stress and overwhelm and demand, particularly sensitive people had put on their bodies and their systems about obligations and what they were responsible for. And then to actually see him, hang on a second, I have a body. This is my life. I don't owe anyone. I have choices here. I can choose to live in ease. It's okay for me to be happy, And that for me it's gold. It's absolute gold.
Yeah, and I would really like it. This is beautiful, Rachel. It's like it's okay to be happy. It's okay to smile. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to be here. However you are, you look like, it doesn't matter. And that's what a 3-day body class for me totally is. It's so nurturing. It's so caring. And it can be hard at times. But what do we know? It doesn't have to be hard. That's why the facilitators are there. And we are there to make the choices to go beyond it. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's a way, the facilitator, it's like a way of creating a space to have someone know that the universe actually does have your back. Because most of us have felt really, really, really alone on this journey for a really long time. And when you start to get that sense that the universe has your back with using all the tools, then you start to have that sense that anything is possible.
Yeah. Totally.
Cool.
Totally. And what a beautiful way to have your own back is to gift yourself this 3-day body class. Totally. To allow, like when you gift yourself this, you receive so much more of yourself in so many dynamic ways. Yep. So yeah.
Play. So when are you? You're in May, right?
May, I can't remember the dates, but you did.
13, 14, 15. And it's so
Nice.
funny. I was just realizing both body classes are in the Netherlands. 13, 14, 15 May in Middelburg with Rachel. And 3, 4, 5 June in Hoorn with Anthony. And that are both very old cities. And I think Hoorn also a VOC city, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And Middelburg is also a VOC.
What's a VOC?
Can you explain that, Anita?
Oh my God, you did. It's like the United Eastern Indian Company. Like it's like from way back where they bring in all the seeds and all the spices and all that.
Cool.
Oh,
But
wow,
those
so
big-
importing. Oh, so importing
The
like from
boats,
India.
yeah, with the beautiful
Wow.
boats.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And of course the slavery and of course everything that goes with that.
With
There's a lot of
it.
energy.
Yeah.
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 I'm so looking forward to it. I can't wait. That's
Yeah,
gonna be awesome.
beautiful. Yeah. So
Well, come play
yeah.
if it's light.
Yeah, yeah, you
Okay.
know, and you can do both too.
You
Yeah.
can.
That's right. You need two to get to an advanced body class.
process
right?
and body process facilitator, which
Yeah.
a lot of people are getting out the body work now. Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. We invite you.
That is even better.
Thanks
Thank
for your
you.
time, ladies. Thanks,
Yes.
Anthony. Love
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks
Love you,
so
guys.
much. Bye. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much, girls. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, love.